All right, everyone. Welcome to the Week 8 preview for Family Beatdown Fantasy Football League. Sorry about last week. Got to be Thursday night when I normally do the updates, and then it was college night at the Pally High here. So took Quincy over to start taking a look at colleges. I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that in the slightest. Any rate. Had an interesting week in the old Family Beatdown League last week. Our lone undefeated team finally bit the bullet, and actually was the big loser when you look at the point differential last week. Tyson hung one on his big brother Jake by 35 points. Tyson rolled to 148 points, and Jake was only able to muster 113 points. Was looking pretty good. Was looking really good to take that game until Romo got popped on Monday night. Man, what a hit that was, boy. Shattered that clavicle. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's tough luck for you, Jake. I don't know how you're going to be able to recover. But way to go, Tyson. Tyson now improves his record to 3-4 and is now sitting at the number 6 spot for the playoffs. Looking around the rest of the league, I lost by 2.4 points. 2.4 points. A field goal, less than a field goal, to Paul. The Nads took it 132 to 129.6. I had a rough day. Kyle Orton only gave me 30 points. Adrian Peterson 23, and Chad Ochocinco found the end zone. I think for maybe the first or second time this year. But Paul. Michael Turner goes nuts for him with 26 points. Breeze 39.6, which isn't a great day for Breeze, as Cleveland, all people, the Browns, were able to defeat the defending Super Bowl champions. But Paul wins that one, 132 to 129, 1.6 points. Veronica Bolden looking strong, getting back to form with 126.9 over 107.6. Hanging one on North Mac. Eli did great, 48.5 points. Johnny Knox, Dwayne Bowe, Michael Bush, LaShawn McCoy, and Rob Baronis, all in double figures for Veronica. North Mac Attack only gets 22 from Brady. Brady won that game, but he did not look good. He had his hands full all day long. Roy Williams, goose egg. Goose egg for you on Roy Williams, North Mac. But at any rate, Veronica takes that one. The Invincibles just can't seem to scrape together the points, although Big Ben, 40 points, and 15 from Anquan as he finally woke up, and 20 from the Kansas City defense. But then Dad had, single digits from everybody else. Nate Washington, 0.7. Hey, we still got a lot of work to do on the Invincibles. Rednecks took the win. Looking pretty decent, balanced scoring. McNabb, Ryan Terrain, who you should hold on to him. He's turning into a big star for them. Steven Johnson, Jeff Reed, and Seattle defense all had double points, double figures for Dawn. Mike lost to Quincy. Quincy didn't score 100 points on this one. This was probably our lowest scoring game of the week. Quincy got 40 from Flacco, but goose egg from Hushmanzada. He's got to go. I think his days are behind him now. And then just single digits from everybody else except for his Atlanta defense. But that was enough to beat Mike Bolden, who got goose egg from Steve Preston, goose egg from Deshaun Jackson, who's out. He's got a concussion. Michael, you got to watch this. Deshaun Jackson's out. He got splayed out the other day. And then goose egg from Reggie Wayne, who was on bye. So, Michael, get in. Justice League, you're 4-3. No thanks to your coaching. You need to get in. Quincy takes over first place in the what do we call it? The Scarlet Division? The Cardinal Division. Cardinal and Gold. You know where I'm going with that one. All right. And then in our final game of Week 7, the Deceptions beats Mud Dogs, and this has got to be infuriating because I know Jet has not logged in. I know he hasn't, and again through no thanks of his own, Jed posts 156 points, our high point for the week. Cutler Roddy White with 32, Maurice Jones-Drew, No Sean, Jason Witten, Steve Smith. I mean, you know, the better way to look at it is only 2 guys on Jed's team didn't score in double figures. Larry Fitzgerald, what happened to him? He's usually an all-star, 3 points. And Derek Mason, again, on the downward side of his career, 4.8. Everybody else double figures for Jed. Mud Dogs, Donald Driver, Goose Egg. He's pissing me off. Aaron Rodgers, 38.9 in the win over Minnesota. Suck it, Favre. Brandon Marshall, 5.7, back to earth. But Terrell Owens and David Akers and San Francisco defense and Brandon Jackson, all in double figures from Mud Dogs. Let's talk a little bit about college football. College football. So, Notre Dame lost to Navy. Lost to Navy. Let me make sure we understand this. They lost to Navy. Now, Notre Dame, again, facing the toughest schedule in all of major college football. Who do they have this week? Let me look. Oh, who? Tulsa. They scheduled Tulsa. The Golden Tornadoes, or whatever they're called down there, in Oklahoma. There's only one football team in Oklahoma, and it's not in Tulsa. And then I'll look at the week after next. Army. They're scheduling Army. This is supposed to be a Division I program. You guys got Western Michigan, Tulsa, Army, Utah, who'll be joining the Pac-10 next year. Good Lord. We're all heading towards that Thanksgiving weekend game, 11/27, here in Los Angeles, California, against the mighty USC Trojans. Now, speaking of the Trojans, they too are padding their schedule. They're hosting what? The #1 team in the country comes into town this weekend to play. So you tell me, Notre Dame, you got Tulsa or Oregon, which is a better statement about the health and wealth of your program. Good luck, Irish. You're going to need it against Tulsa. At any rate, enough of that. Let's talk about bye weeks. There are 6 teams on bye this week. My goodness, that's what, 1/4, right? No, 1/6 of the NFL. You got the Falcons, the Ravens, the Bears, the Browns, the Giants, and the Eagles out. I've never seen 6 teams on bye in 1 week. This is going to hurt a lot of teams. Any rate, let's look at the playoff picture real quick here in the Family Beatdown League. So, in the Cardinal division, Quincy sitting good at 5-2, number 2 overall in the league. But Quincy in control of the Cardinal division, followed closely by Smell This at 5-2. Quincy has a better in-division record, 4-1 in the division. I'm 3-2, even though my points for 895. But the in-division record puts Quincy atop. Mike B sitting in the 5th playoff spot with 4-3 record, 3-2 in the division. So Mike and I are tied in the division, but I've got more points for. The rest of our division looks like the Nads, the Rednecks, and the Invincibles. Nads are in the number 7 spot, so 1 spot outside of the playoffs right now. Blue and Gold in the driver's seat, the proverbial driver's seat, with a 4-1 record in the division, in the Gold division, and a 6-1 overall mark. Number 1 team in the league overall. Mud Dogs followed with a 4-3 record, 3-2 in the division, is the number 4 team overall, and our 6th playoff team, if the playoffs were to start today, would be Mean Machine, coached by none other than Tyson Bolden. 3-4 overall, 2-3 in the division. Veronica sitting at 3-4, 2-3. Let's see how she compares. She actually compares pretty good to Paul. Veronica has 801 points scored, and Paul has 804. So actually, Veronica can knock Paul out of that 7th spot. But Tyson, you got to win to stay in the contention. North Mac Attack at 3-4, the Deceptions at 2-5, and 2-3 in the conference to round out the Gold division. All right, let's take a look at week number 8 in the old Family Beatdown League. Our game of the week. Let's figure that one out first. We'll save that one for last, and I know what we're going to do. So anyway, let's start off with the Rednecks versus Smell This. I've got to make some adjustments. I don't need Kyle Orton in there no mo. I can bring Peyton Manning back, which I will do. and I need to cover for Brent Selleck. But other than that, I look like I got some pretty good matchups. Adrian Peterson is going to be in New England. Chad Ochocinco in Miami, not good. Jamal Charles, I'm expecting big things out of him, and with Buffalo. Dawn's got McNabb against Detroit. Oh, cry me, I'm in trouble. Randy Moss invades New England, and Steven Jackson against Carolina, and Ryan Torain against Detroit as well. Oh, God. Help me. I'm still going to go with Smell This for the win. Looking at the Girard Invincibles versus Team Quincy. Dad is out camping this week, so he made his adjustment early, and he left his tight end spot open. Ben Watson is on bye, Dad. Not a good thing. Team Quincy has a lot of... He's really hit with the bye week. Flacco is out. Hushmanzada is out and gone. Got to get rid of him. Matt Bryant is out. Atlanta defense is out. So right now I'm going to give the nod to Quincy, but Quincy has a lot of covering up to do. Looking at North Mac versus Mud Dogs. Rick needs to get back in the W column in order to stay up there with Jake, and Alex desperately needs a win this week. Right now, Alex, you need to cover for Ray Rice and Tony G. Tom Brady has Minnesota. They have a great defense. It could be a long day for the Justin Bieber lookalike up there in New England. Mud Dogs, Aaron Rodgers against the Jets. Again, a tough defense, but Rodgers I have faith in. Donald Driver, I don't know what's going on with him. You got to get rid of him. I got him in another league, and he isn't doing squat. Javad Best against Washington. Cedric Benson against Miami. Got to get covered for David Akers. I'm going to give the nod. I'm going to give the nod to the Mud Dogs. Mud Dogs look a little bit stronger, and again, I think you need to cover up those spots. Those should be pretty easy for you to do that, Alex. All right. Looking at Mike Bolden versus the Nads. Mike, Mike, get your Giants on bye, your Bears on bye, your Philadelphia Eagles on bye, Mario Manningham, Matt Forte, and Deshaun Jackson, all star players for you, Michael. All of them out this week. In Preston, I don't even think Preston is... I think he's injured or something. Although, you know what, he's in Arizona, and they don't have a quarterback down there. But Wisenhunt says Preston will play, for whatever that's worth. Phil Rivers against Tennessee. Tennessee's got a tough defense. Paul has got Breeze against Pittsburgh. Needs to cover for Macklin. Michael Turner's out. Actually, Paul is looking really susceptible this week because Turner has just been a stud for him. I'm going with Mike Bolden this week. Now, Mike, don't make a liar out of me. Get in and cover up those buys. Deceptions versus Mean Machine. We might as well just call it Autopilot versus Mean Machine. Autopilot's going to get spanked this week. Mean Machine, you won. Just make sure you got everybody covered. Mean Machine won. Jed's not going to pay attention. Jay Cutler's out. Roddy White's out. Steve Smith is out. Derek Mason is out. You're fine. You're fine, Tyson. You're fine. Take the rest of the weekend off. Phone this one in. I give my pick to the Mean Machine. Now, in our game of the week, Blue and Gold, 6-1. Play like a champion. Versus Veronica Bolden. Veronica, oh dear. You've got to cover up all those Giants. Manning, Johnny Knox on the Bears, LaShawn McCoy, again, a Philadelphia Eagle. Devin Armawashadu. What? For the Bears is out, as is that defense. Blue and Gold, you're looking strong. Matt Schaub, fine. Greg Jennings, check. Devon Best, check. Frank Gore, check. LT is back. He is making, LT single-handedly is making Sean Green expendable. Darren McFadden, oh, you got DMC. DMC's ready to run. I'm going to give the nod as much as I hate to do it. You know, you got to look at this one, folks, real quick. Veronica, you got to cover you for your buys because right now, Yahoo is projecting 124.91 for Jacob, 23.96. Not 123, but 23.96 for Veronica. So, Veronica, please, oh, please, get in and cover for your team. Any rate, you can hear the dog barking in the background probably. The pizza is here. That's going to be it for week number 8. Good luck, everybody. Cover for those buys. 6 teams are out. So long.